Hi guys, welcome to another Lord of the Pivots video in association with Gollum's Fellowship. Hope you've all had a good weekend and are ready for the trading week ahead. As we're at a new monthly open and we've got new GGPP spawned, I thought I'd come on and have a look and identify some higher term time frame points of interest. I was going to do a video on altcoins, but I'm going to do that tomorrow instead, as I thought as Bitcoin has took previous month low, it was more important to get a video out on this. Right, here goes. With it being the start of the month, there's not a massive amount to talk about, but I thought I'd point out some key things. I think they're important to know. So as you can see, we've got it on monthly. Let me hide these because they're not relevant right now, but you can see on the monthly we had a very bearish month, bearish closed at the low, but was an inside month. So as you can see, we've got that was March high and that was March low. So April traded within the boundary, that makes it an inside month. You can see we closed at the low. Oh, there is actually a tiny wick there, but anyway, yeah, we closed at the low. And as you can see, I'll move it on to a weekly. We're in a bearish weekly trend. So there were our two boundaries, we didn't take them. Obviously, new month has now started, so I will put my levels on. This just identifies them for me. Put it on the daily, shows it a bit better. So this now is previous month low. This now is previous month. This is on daily, so there we go. There's our previous month high. The way I trade this is until we break it, this is our range. We have our equilibrium there. The easiest way to find that is high to low, equilibrium 42536. So anything above that this month would be classed as being in a previous month premium. Anything below is a previous month discount. For me, I think what's key and massively important, we have taken previous month low today. We've swept the low, so which also took out. Anyway, now we've got we don't need it, it's marked anyway. But as you can see, we took these lows as well. We were left with virtually equal lows. So you've got this to there. That would have been equal lows. We've opened the month, popped the lows, and rallied back into the range. We're now back towards previous day high. I think for me it's key. It's very rare that we take both previous month low and previous month high in the same month. So for me, although we have taken this low, I think I would rather see us trade back below that level. When the week starts, trading week, when the CME is open, I'd like to see us trade back below this level. If we get that, my goal for this month, as soon as that is taken, I will use the rectangle tool. I mark from the middle to the high. This becomes my premium zone. Any rally, that's quite a nice high actually. So any rally above the equilibrium into a premium, I will then look for levels to potentially short, with the theory that previous month high should be defended. We've also got the monthly pivots, which is, these are the new monthly GG, these are untagged. We have, this is on the daily of course, we have a few levels to watch. That would be our order block. I actually prefer, we'll use this. It's quite big. Even if we just use the bodies, that is our daily order block. We also have potential of rejecting from the breaker. That's always a possibility. We of course have also the daily fair value gap. For me personally, what I would like to see would be up to tag the pivot, down to clear these lows. That would purge a lot of sell side liquidity. We could then rally, take out these highs, and then I would myself sorry about that, I'd be looking for short positions. That is my goal this month, is try and build a short if we get the opportunity up here. Obviously there's no guarantees that previous month high would be defended. I'm just going on past, well, the past history of Bitcoin. It's very rare that we take the low and the high. Of course, I've also got the weekly action as well, so I have another range there. So as you can see, if I just get rid of that, this is focused on previous month, this range, but we also do have, and obviously we don't have to come up here straight away, we could have a couple of bullish weeks, rally up into this level. Where's our week, what will be? So at the start of tomorrow, this at the minute is going to be our previous week range. Again, for the week, it's key also, do we take previous week low at the start of the week, or is it defended? If we take previous week high and retrace, then we have long opportunities. What I would then do is, if this low was defended, we then took the high and came back into the previous week range, I would then do the same as I do for the monthly, except I would be looking for, instead of looking for premiums here, I would be looking for discount zones on a lower term time frame, 1 hour, 15 minute. So for this, we would want to see tomorrow, start of the week, climb up, take the high. Once this high is taken, if this low is held, then any retracement in theory is a potential long opportunity. We could then look for this type of thing into the next week or next 2 weeks. Obviously this is thinking a long time into the future, but it's just things to watch for, based off of statistics. It's very rare we breach previous week low and previous week high in the same week, so my process is very simple each week. When the new week opens, I'm aware of the high and the low. What happens? Do we take it, or is it defended? As that gives me my weekly bias and my trade ideas. Here's an example. On the month, this was March's previous month high. That was March's high. So that means when we opened here in April, a big pointer for me that we were going to have a bearish month was, you can see we rallied. Previous month high was defended. We had a harsh rejection and a shift in market structure, and that for me was the key to looking for shorts throughout April, expecting these lows to be taken. We've taken one, we haven't quite got to the rest. I would like them taken at some point, but a clear sign for me, I'll drop onto a lower term time frame. That's a nice bit of displacement. Yeah, that's not, I like that. Right, so back on the daily. So if we open the week, previous week low is clearly defended. This will be previous. Whatever low we set today will become our previous week low tomorrow. So if the low is clearly defended tomorrow and we make a run up and take previous week high, then for me it's easy. Retrace back into the range, get to a discount, drop onto a lower term time frame, identify the lower term time frame discount arrays, order blocks, fair value gaps, breakers, everything else. Watch for a lower term time frame. Watch when price hits the level. When price hits the level, do we get a lower term time frame shift in market structure? If we do, I then enter a long with invalidation on the lower term, based off of the lower term time frame market structure. Very simple. There's not a lot to it. That's how I base a lot of my trades. I use previous week and previous month as our trading range for the upcoming month. Until proven otherwise, any move outside is just a deviation. If we lose the range, we lose the range. Then I look for higher term time frame levels to the up or downside, depending on which way we've broken. But yeah, things, they're not looking too great. Obviously, we've taken out some key lows. These are some important lows. I'd still prefer these to be taken, but we've taken them. We could be drawing longs in. We don't need to come for these straight away, as effectively we've now got I imagine they will come for them at some point. We haven't managed to. If we can start coming back up, yeah, I'd like to see if we can start breaking these highs. Then I'll look for scalp longs on retracement. But until we start breaking these highs, it's simply a case of short rallies. I'm personally not doing any trading until Tuesday, as it's bank holiday here in the UK tomorrow. So very poor trading day. So I'm going to I will be monitoring the charts. Like I say, I think it's important what happens. This low, if we do not take it again, then yeah, I'd be very surprised. It's a weekend. We've set a weekend weekly low, which, shout out to Starkers, like, yeah, they normally get taken. We don't normally set a weekend low and hit hold. So obviously we have shifted though. That is a nice move up. We've left in balance, so there's no reason we can't get a little rally going. But for me personally, I think it's massively important what happens when we start the week. If we come back down and we take this low again, then any rally into, as I said before, any rally into a previous month premium, I will look to short from higher term time frame points of interest. Obviously we've got the daily order block, we've got daily fair value gap, we've got breakers. The theory goes this if we come back below this low, today's low, this should become a defended level. Probabilities would say we do not also breach this during May. So any rally, you have a clear invalidation. This is not financial advice. I'm just explaining how I look to trade on a monthly basis. But for me, yeah, this will become my safe zone, and I will target the higher term time frame points of interest. Anything above a previous month equilibrium, I think this would be ideal. Pop this high. Right, let me. Previous month, middle, right. So it's this high. Oh, they've got this one as well. Okay. Well, there's no reason, yeah. Like any run on this liquidity, we've obviously got some other imbalances within the imbalance. We've got an order block with displacement. So yeah, there are plenty of levels above. I think for me, all I'll do is, if we do take this low and rally, once we have a shift in market structure, I may look to scalp longs, but for me, my main focus will be looking to build a short position, and I will be monitoring the higher term time frame points of interest. So I would have an alert at the equilibrium. We've obviously got our monthly pivots. I quite like this one. I also like this one. So R2 and R3 would be very nice levels. Look for confluence. You don't just trade off of pivots, of course, but any move back into this zone I would be looking to short. For me to get bullish and look for longs, well, the way I trade, as we are in a higher term time frame downtrend, any long I see as a scalp, nothing more. I'm more inclined to fully close out at target, whereas shorts I'll maybe leave 25% running as we're in the downtrend. But yeah, that's my thoughts initially at the start of this month. Obviously we have our monthly GG pivot at 395.90. We do have an order block there. Yeah, see that, I quite like that. I'll be interested to see what happens when price gets back to that level. But I think, yeah, that will do. I'm going to do some more live streams this week, and I intend on making this a more regular thing. Try and get at least one stream or video a week for you, and then increase it as the weeks go on. But a higher term time frame, yeah, for me, previous month low is the key. What happens when the CME opens and this coming week? Do we make a move and do we take this low? I'll be back to update before that happens. But yeah, for me, just trade safe. I just thought I'd warn about the importance of taking this level. And then obviously we've got new previous week high and previous week low coming tomorrow. That's massively important. I'll be monitoring that. As you can see, we keep taking previous week low. So if that can be defended at the start of the week, then that would be interesting. But I'll be back to update. Right guys, that's me done. Finally, before I go, I wanted to give a shout out to the guys who help me massively each day on my Discord: Yoda, Vio, Gunner, Future and Crypticke, along with my mods. The Discord is now open and accepting a limited amount of new members. Link to the website is in the description for anyone who wants to join up. We've got an amazing group of traders with high quality analysis being shared daily. Plus you get access to our weekly private streams from myself and the team. For now, that's me done. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you later in the week for a public live stream to discuss Bitcoin and altcoins. Have a good week. Trade safe. Goodbye.